Okay. Now, are we going to talk about dreams? I'm telling you, we should have started this with Aerosmith, Dream On.
No, Van Halen Dreams.
All right, everyone listening now,
Yes.
vote in the comments which song should have been
Open
played.
this episode.
Yeah, should have opened this episode at Crater Lake. Yeah, remember Crater Lake? Lots of things have gone down here.
Nothing has gone down here. We should not clean out this lake. I bet this lake is safe to swim in. Nobody should be allowed in here.
We already know that because a homie who Chloe dropped the keys.
Yep.
And then there was that one person. Who was that again? That was just recently.
No, I'm not talking about Van's best friend. Whoever the hell that Jake? It was Jake. Jake Tyler.
Jake Paulin.
Yeah. Either way, who cares? He was like a amphibian guy that was just creeping at the bottom of the pool.
He was Gilliam.
Because remember, Lana is a meteor freak. Let's not take that away from her. She just has that attraction towards these people. In this episode, it seems like Clark is the one with the attraction. And also, who we think is the person that's in trouble, I think is really the villain in this episode.
I mean, yeah.
This is Sandman with abusing powers.
We can talk about that for sure because I don't know, man. It's a strange episode, and the big theme here is dreams.
Skinny dipping. Oh, that's not. What?
We saw one part of that, Taylor. Okay.
There was two parts that one of them mentioned. Yes, and also. This entire episode, I really was into and believing up until a certain point that happens. And then once this point happens, I immediately put in the notes, this is all bullshit now.
This episode feels very weird to me.
Because
let me tell you, when you watch the whole thing, it's like, hey, none of this mattered.
And none of it makes sense.
None of it mattered. This was a throwaway episode. This is filler.
This is filler. This is what everybody would say whenever they're watching Naruto and they go, why am I not watching a new arc? Because they have 100 episodes of fucking filler. So this is just like that. You just got to do 1 week of this stuff.
Dude, we're bringing it back because we have new schedule airing on Tuesdays. And now this is legit Filler Tuesday.
This is Filler Tuesday right now.
Wow. Who would have thought? Slumber. You know, looking at Slumber, episode 4 of season 3, you're like, yeah, this is going to be a good one.
Well, and I think you and I even talked about it beforehand as well, is that whenever you do see the villain, you're like, oh, this is creepy. Oh, this is actually going to be good. And then as the episode keeps going, you're like, guys, why are you taking this turn? Don't take this turn.
It was a solid first 15 minutes.
Yeah, you actually have an idea, and then what the real world stuff turns out to be, you're like, why?
God damn! I wish I was dreaming.
Yeah, why are we going here? We could go with something else entirely different. Maybe an experiment. Maybe in like Cadmus Labs. Maybe in something else than what we got.
No, we don't believe in that, dude.
Instead, we get new neighbors here today, folks. We get new neighbors.
Oh, they're so cool. So much better than Nell.
Are they? Even for how bad of a parent Nell is.
No, yeah, I'm gonna have to say yes because like they're Nell's definitely better because she never assaulted Lana.
As we know.
I mean, that's true. Maybe in different ways, but
mentally.
Nothing where you're getting in a chokehold and get a shot of whatever in your neck.
All right, would you rather get a shot in your neck or would you rather hear your aunt having sex with somebody?
I mean, we got to get details of the shot. What's the shot looking like?
Exactly. Well, we see
like it's going to knock me out?
Yeah, you get a shot and knock out in the neck.
Just a one-time thing, or is this going to be like a reoccurring?
We'll call it one time.
Because sex doesn't stop.
Well, apparently it didn't stop for Dean.
Dean's an animal. We have special guest star in this episode is Catherine Isabel. Yeah, you know her, right?
Okay, so are you talking about
the girl,
Sarah?
Sarah Conroy.
Let's just say this. She's like the worst actress I've ever seen.
Oh
she was awful. Whenever I was in the scene with her, I just immediately put down in the notes, she's taking me away because I don't believe her. Why is she not good when before in the earlier seasons, whenever they have a guest star, you're like, hey, this person becomes something. Hey, they're in the OC. Hey, they're in movies now. Hey, look, they're still in
look,
DC.
she's been doing stuff since 1989.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
I don't believe it. Tell me what she was in the most recent.
Most recent?
Most recent. Give me most recent.
Gotcha. Hold up. Going up. We're looking at Catherine Isabel right now. Ghost TV series.
No one's ever seen that.
Night of the Animated Dead.
What is going on?
What's the Order?
What is the
TV store?
You don't even know what these things are.
Look, that lasted a while. She was in that all 19 episodes. Damn. She the main star, bro.
You know what?
The Arrangement. Rosewood. How to Plan an Orgy in a Small Town. That was in 2015.
Okay. Yeah, these...
Oh, see, but this is where I know her from. Hannibal.
You're going to say you knew how to plan an orgy.
I love that movie. Yeah, and we're going to open up on Crater Lake. As we all know, that's going to be terrible. We already know it's going to start bad. I mean, all we know from Crater Lake is Sean, Kelvin.
All right, so I do have a question before you go on.
Jake Paulin, the Gill Man.
So this lake is filled with kryptonite, correct?
It is very much known because it's literally called Crater Lake from a meteor crater.
So how would Clark be able to swim here?
It's in his dream, Taylor.
No, he says it later on, which is why I'm asking.
Well, he doesn't go there.
Well, she invites him. Spoiler. She does, and that's what I'm saying. He doesn't.
Spoiler.
He doesn't say no to it.
He kind of does, though.
He kind of doesn't.
It's a Clark way of also saying no, too. Because
no, it's not. It's a Clark way of being a pervert. Spoiler.
It's like, I don't want to do skinny dipping. Anyways.
All right.
But yeah,
don't jump too far.
Yeah, we can't go too far into this. Again, welcome back for another week of the show. Thank you for listening once again. Follow us on social media. Twitter only. They act like we have so many profiles.
Yeah, right.
Oh, baby. So, Crater Lake.
We're opening on to what I believe right now, we're not even going to get into any type of dream sequences. We see Clark now walking out to Crater Lake. He's looking at the beauty of it. He says, you know what? I'm just going to take off my shirt, my pants right now, and I'm going to jump in. This was already weird for me. I still kind of bought it, but yet it doesn't seem like it's really hot outside, so I thought it was weird. Like, how cold is that?
Bro, I don't know, man. And Lana's showing up.
It's still weird how Lana does show up, and the first thing is, oh, hey, Clark. Whoa, Lana, what are you doing here?
I guess we had the same idea.
And she just starts staring at his nipple. And while
she's thirsty.
She is just looking at this man up and down, licking her lips, says, okay, we're just going to do this right now. It's very strange because Lana's just openly like thirsting over this man. But what we've seen even last episode, Lana has been the one that has been pursuing Clark.
Oh yeah, she's simping for sure,
big time. Which is why with this part, I'm really not held back or not believing it. I'm still kind of like, okay, I can buy it. Is what my point is.
Yeah, and this all seems a little strange, I mean, as a viewer standpoint, because you're just watching this, and they're just openly flirting again, and it's skinny dipping time.
I just also like Clark. Oh, no. I'll just get out of here now. Clark, the lake is big enough for both of us.
That's weird to say, Clark.
Like, if you're
I understand
game,
you're being, like, polite, kind of. It's like, oh, I'll leave, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're going to swim naked, right? I can't be here during that. Also, why are we just assuming we're swimming naked?
No. She just actually turns around and then tells him no peeking.
Yeah, the lake's big enough for both of us.
If she was just wearing a bathing suit, then I don't think the peeking would have been a problem. Her saying no peeking establishes we're getting naked.
That's what, yeah, at least she is.
Well, what else was Clark going to do? He's wearing pants, for God's sakes. He's wearing his swim trunks underneath?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, but Lana's wearing a bathing suit, right? And also, I do want to mention...
Nah, that looks like a bra.
This is not her body. This is a body double when it comes to the close-up shots. Yes. I'm going to start having to get into whenever we're getting...
way.
Yes, I promise you. That's why it doesn't show her face whenever she's taken off the top. I know.
Let's
I know
look
you're going to
again.
be devastated. See? It's not her. See? Not her at all. I promise you. Promise you. I looked this up beforehand. I'm not making
promise?
this up. I pinky swear. I don't break pinky swears.
Holy shit, dude.
But she takes off bottoms. She takes off tops. Clark is giggling. They're both.
She throws her clothes like in front of Clark so that he knows, oh, we're naked. And he's smiling, he's grinning. He's like, oh my God, naked girl in the lake. Naked girl in the lake. Yeah. I'm hopping in.
Yeah. Well, also, I'm not going to lie to you.
How's he not just actually having like a chubby like right now?
Well, because it's about to go down the moment he hits that cold-ass water. Or does it? Because he is Superman after all.
The balls are shrinking. Stiffy
Do
getting
they?
even more hard.
Do they?
For Superman?
Yeah.
Dude, Kryptonian balls shrivel in the cold water. Because really, that goes into the point. Is he ever hot? Is he ever cold?
It's exactly going into that question. I'm going to buy that.
He's always wearing jackets and shit, long sleeves.
So you mean Superman is a bigger asshole to us men where he doesn't have anything shrivel up and he looks good at all times?
Well, we don't even know technically if Superman is packing. What if Kryptonians are just average?
You know what?
Maybe even below.
Okay, now we're reaching.
Maybe Zod was really angry really at just one thing. And that was Superman was somehow bigger than him.
I don't want to get into that discussion. What I do want to get into, however, is so whenever you are jumping in and you're skinny dipping with another female, do you then play hide and go seek with her underneath the water?
No, what he should have done, which would have been hilarious, if he just started picking her up and slamming her in the water.
Wait, that is going too far. They are naked right now. You can't just be grabbing her. Oh, Lana.
But Clark, Clark ends up playing hide and seek after he jumps in like he drowned or something. Scares Lana. And he's
boo.
Oh, Halloween, huh? Halloween's coming up. But it's like, dude.
Splash fight. Let's just go back and forth with each other. Oh my God, Clark, you're just you're not funny.
You're not funny. And then it becomes really intimate.
Really
like,
intimate.
We're literally getting so close, so close, so close.
And they're naked.
I always said there should be nothing between us. Oh, Lana, whoa.
Well, Lana, now there's not. And we are about to make out where all of a sudden we just hear, help, help me.
It's a girl in a hoodie running around by the shore of the Crater Lake. And
Clark and Lana both see. Clark just randomly then shows up in front of her and says, hey, what's going on?
And he has his clothes on and he's dry.
All right, so did you buy into this part right now thinking that it was still real?
No.
I did.
Really?
Yeah, I did, and it's because of this part. So as the scene continues on, Clark is then asking what is wrong. She then starts to panic. She's like, oh my God, he's after me. Clark is asking who's here. She's run, just get out of here. All of a sudden, a hand grabs her ankle and pulls her under.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
That was scary.
That's where I lost it. I was like,
I thought it was real in that part. I thought it was real in that part that this was a new villain, like, I don't know, maybe Swamp Thing, and just pulling people under.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be great.
To a Swamp Thing.
You know, that's what I was hoping that they would be able to do, but of course, we go a different route as usual in Smallville.
It just seemed too weird to where I was like, that can't be real. That can't be real.
There were things that were really kind of making me question, such as even the lighting. Where the lighting just seemed like it was that yellow type of dream you know how they always do with dream sequences.
It does look like an aura. It has a weird aura there where you know it's a dream sequence. It feels fantasy. It's like a fantasy filter.
Exactly. That's what they have on their camera. Oh, fantasy time.
It's like a key indicator, obviously, something isn't real. And that's what makes it even not convincing for me, because I'm seeing how the vibe is. It's like when you're watching The Matrix, the blue filter, normal filter, is in the real world. The green filter is The Matrix.
Yeah, I just, The Matrix for me, the first one's good. Everything after.
No, first one is phenomenal.
Yeah, after, though, no. There is nothing phenomenal about it whatsoever.
Second one's good.
What? We're not even going to get into
that. You don't
that
want to talk
argument.
about the Frenchie who's giving ladies horny cake?
I want to talk about the rave. That's what I want to talk about right now.
The cave rave?
Yes.
Woo!
And I want to compare it between their rave in the Matrix and the Smallville rave in their cave. Which one went harder?
All right, put it down in the comments. Which rave was better? Cave rave, sorry. Matrix or what was it? Rush?
Smallville.
That was Rush.
Yeah, and remember, somebody died in the Smallville one. I don't think anybody died in the Matrix one.
There's people dying all the time.
Yeah, but that's from the robots, not from the rave. All right, going back to the episode, though. We are now back at the Ken farm. Okay, so you talked about how this episode was really weird. This is Clark now telling his parents what he saw, and he also decided to mention one thing. Yeah, I was out there. Well, who was with you? Lana was there with me. What were y'all doing? Skinny dipping? What? Would you tell your parents that you went...
No, he didn't. He doesn't tell him.
He does tell them.
He says nothing.
No, Joseph, it's worse. Play it.
Wait, but look, I did want to go back. Look at the spread on here.
Oh my God.
That's how you know it's not real. We're not packing breakfast like this.
Are you kidding me? Martha knows how to cook. That looks like... No, that's eggs, hash browns, and bacon, dude. How dare you? Martha knows what's up.
This. You know, the last time they did this was when Ryan was in town making breakfast for them.
Well, maybe somebody was in town and they were trying to impress him, okay? Maybe Lana was going to come over, or Pete,
You know
perhaps.
the Kents are broke. They can't afford spreads like this. Anyways, yeah, we're going back to prove your point.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Look, was anybody there? No,
just me.
All right. You were skinny dipping alone.
Well, it was a kind of spur of the moment thing. Yeah, he doesn't, I mean... Skinny dipping. If it
would you tell
if it's
your
just by himself though, that's
Joseph, why would you tell your parents you went skinny dipping?
Yeah, why don't you just say I swam at the lake?
Exactly. That's all I'm asking here.
But it then goes to the point. Things are already weird because Crater Lake is known to be infected with like meteors.
It's another question, yes. Because even with him not having the shrivel problem, how in the world is he able to swim there? And it's just okay. Even parents, like, it's okay. That's just kind of glossed over.
Yeah.
And yet that should be a bigger deal, no?
It should be. But it's already here when this is happening, and especially when we get into this next moment. But John is just telling him, hey, stop worrying about that, man. Who cares? I'm sure it's fine. Look, this surprise we got for you. And, of course, they walk outside. Clark is like, whoa. I didn't know you got a new truck.
It's not mine, Clark. It's yours. Okay, I put in my notes, this is a fucking dream. There's no way in hell that John was going to buy Clark a truck. I said, nope, we're done.
Especially that truck.
Yeah, it was...
Look at it. It's souped up, bro.
Oh, yeah, lifted. It has the grill on the front. It has the lights on the top. This looks like the bully truck that was murdering Cyrus. Just blue.
Yeah. It's like one of those trucks you use to chase down the Forrest Gump of the town.
Yeah, exactly. And you make sure that he never comes back. But this is where Clark turns to John and says, how are you able to afford this, Dad? We can't do this. Well...
Extra money from what Lex gave us. You used it?
All right, so let's pause it right here. If this is real, we now know why John lost the farm. So instead of saving money, he decides to then spend it on a brand new souped up truck. That's
for a child who does not deserve it.
It's like a $40,000 truck.
For a child who does not deserve it.
It's probably more than that. Hey, you murdered our pure blood. Here's a truck.
He killed the baby
3 months ago.
He was running amok in Metropolis for 3 months.
And chose to run amok in Metropolis.
And was practically abusing females.
And stealing money. And
killing people.
Yeah, robbing banks. Dealing with, guys that then come and try to kidnap you and hold you to guns. Heart. Yeah, he does not deserve a new truck.
These parents are crazy. But yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Clark is so happy. My God, so happy. But of course, if Sheriff Adams calls, we'll let you know what happens. And he's so giddy. Clark gets in his truck, he drives off, and look at him. Wow.
He can't wait to go and show
Pete. The parents are way
Pete.
too happy. It still has that weird fantasy vibe and feel to this whole thing. So the whole time you're like, especially with these next few parts too, you're like, dude, things are not what they seem.
Actually, I still thought everything made sense with this scene because how early is it?
What do you mean?
So they went skinny dipping in the morning. They saw Sarah.
We can't get into that. No, because we've already talked about this.
Right now, I think it's real. That's why I'm asking these questions. Him and Lana were walking around, at 5 a.m.? Then deciding to go skinny dipping.
Well, school's going to start at what, 8?
Yeah.
9 at most?
9 at most.
They're in high school.
Yeah.
It would be 9.
All right, so if you're going skinny dipping, then having to run to your parents' house, then eating that delicious breakfast.
Or is it 8?
You son of a bitch. I'm going to say this, though. This does not work.
We've already talked about this, though, because...
just furthers the point that it's a dream. That's what I'm trying to say here more than anything. Is that this furthering the point of this is too much that has happened. There's too much that is going on right now for this to be real to me.
Good thing Nolan gave us Inception, just to clear all this up.
Yeah, but he gave us a dream inside of a dream inside of a dream, which is completely possible.
It's so possible. I've done it before.
Yeah. Was it in Paprika?
We can't be talking about greatness like that here, dude. We go back to this Smallville high school conversation where Clark and Lana are now talking about the skinny dipping thing. He's like, "Are you not mad that I left you?"
And she's like, "No, of course not. I understand.
I got a good view when you left.
So
you checked out his asshole."
We got to bring this up too. So in the dream then, that means that Clark had to get out of the water without showing her his powers, while then also had to put on his clothes and then jog into the forest.
Yeah. I would have gave up, soon as I got to the shore back to my clothes, I'm like, why am I going to go check? She's probably gone by now.
Yeah. At that point, if you're trying to hide the abilities, she would have been long gone into the forest. And there's no way you would have been able to catch her.
What he should have done was just dive back under the water and then just go swim around, do a little flanking maneuver.
So he should have been like Aquaman.
Yeah.
And
we've already seen him swim fast.
That's true. And that would have been actually really cool to see. Instead, apparently Lana just decided to check him out while he was getting dressed trying to save a woman. And before she said no peeking, I'm just saying, hypocrite.
Yeah, for real.
Yes.
Is this just Lana's world?
I'm sorry. I don't understand. But yes, Clark is still saying once again, I'm apologizing for having to leave you again. Clark, it wasn't a date or anything, silly goose.
Yeah, have you ever noticed when Lana's hair is like this, she's always naughty.
I actually love when Lana's hair is
but that's the vibe. Yes! It's kind of messy.
But I'm still all about it. At least she's giving this
flirting so hard, bro.
And I feel like though this was still what last episode was with her, which is why it's still not shocking for me.
No junior in high school is going to be talking like this. Our relationship has been so much about pain and angst. We just need some levity. What are you talking about?
She's been begging him though.
She's simping.
She has been begging for him to be back with her, and yet he is the one that's still pushing her away. And that's why before she even leaves him in this scene, she even mentions, Clark, you should just stop torturing yourself. Everything that happened.
Realize there's no reason for us to not be together.
Exactly. Whoa. Who cares about everything else? Let's just have it you and I, which is what I've even stated before. Clark could feel lonely, but he's doing it to himself at this point.
We've always been saying that. He's an idiot.
He's an idiot right now. I am not liking Clark at the start of season 3.
And then Lana's even saying, it's okay, Clark. I'll wait as long as you want.
Rubs his arm.
I'm going to tell you right now, though. This is how you still know something's not right. Because she is not that open. She's not that open with him about that.
I'm sorry, but I'm believing that this new Lana in season 3 is that open.
You can even just tell by the hair, bro.
Listen, John didn't buy him a truck, okay? I know for a fact it's a dream right now. I'm just saying the Lana part is not far-fetched for me. I'm liking it. All right? Don't take it away. Well, you know what he decides to then see across the hall? Sarah.
Oh, God. No. His new girl, dude. Sarah. Yeah, Sarah's somehow in the school, and she's just looking around. And Clark's like, hey, who are you? What happened? I saw you get pulled into the ground like you gopher. What were you doing?
Well, at least tell me who your name is. I'm Sarah.
I'm Sarah Conroy.
Okay, Sarah, what's going on? He's after me. Who cares? I'm not going to answer any of your questions while you're asking me all of these things. Why doesn't she just tell him right now? He's always after me. This is awful. And then you see in the mirror a figure that looks like Death from the Batman comics done by Neil Adams. It looks exactly like this figure where Clark then turns around, sees Pete. Maybe Pete is the villain in this episode.
You know, we haven't seen Pete too much this season, and I'm kind of happy about that.
What? No!
He just comes in for like a couple seconds, because I'm pretty sure this is the only time we see him now.
And this is the only time is during
the dream.
Is so sad. And I think even the first episode too, the only scene that he was in was when he told the kids, "Look, he's been running amok in Metropolis.
See you later."
He's been in like 30 minutes of screen time. I don't know.
Pretty dope.
No, it's not.
What do you mean?
I need more Pete. I like their relationship. At least it makes sense. But what Pete does come in the scene to say to Clark is, "Hey, man, you missed the history test. That was 50% of your grade. What were you doing?
You flunked, bro."
Yeah, you're screwed.
He literally says, "You flunked, bro," shakes his head and walks away like, okay. Like, he's so mad, like, "You flunked, piece of shit."
He's like, "You're going to be held back. I'm not staying with you, dude."
I hate you. I thought you were smart, man.
You know who I love in this scene right now?
Yeah, you love Dream Chloe because we all dream of her being a better person.
No, she is a better person.
Because she's not like this in real life. That's why it's so cool. That's why you love it so much.
No, she is like this later on in the episode, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, we'll see.
But what Clark does come is into the torch because obviously that she has her 9 years of work still going on. She is having to produce another healthy issue.
Sick of you.
But Chloe is actually mentioning to Clark, "Oh, you seem tired. Were you having a fun time skinny dipping with a former girlfriend?"
You know about that?
Clark, this is high school. Everybody knows. And she's just saying it casually like it's not even a big deal. And then Clark even mentions, okay. "Hey, do you know a person named Sarah Conroy?" "Nope, I've never heard
of that person in my life."
"Well, she's a new student, I think. You know what? I saw her in the woods, and I just saw her in the hallway. She's definitely a candidate for the Wall of Weird." You know what, Clark? I've grown up. I'm not doing the Wall of Weird anymore. I decided to focus on things where I can back them up with facts, so no more of just thinking and guessing of the, I guess you could say, supernatural.
So, Clark's dream, because we all know he's dreaming at this point. Chloe would never do this, because she would never act like this. Anyways.
I'm done chasing windmills, Clark.
Clark dreams of Chloe growing up. Like, he wants her to grow up.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Why is that in his dream?
And it's because...
And this is to the point because you tried to have this conversation with me earlier. This is Sarah's dream. Sorry, spoiler. We're going to get into that.
No, don't spoil.
We're going to plant it. We're going to plant it. We're going to plant it right now that if this is Sarah's dream or Clark's dream. But, no way. Yeah, this is Clark's dream. Why is he dreaming of Chloe growing up? Like, being that person who grows up, only focuses on the not childish things, which I guess he calls childish, is the Wall of Weird. He thinks the Wall of Weird is childish.
But that's not true. And we saw that last episode. And it was...
But why?
Here's the thing. I don't have an answer for your question because it's a damn good one where Clark is going back and forth where now which way does he really feel. The reason why I say this is because last episode, remember, with Chloe hiring him back onto the torch, it was so they can then investigate what exactly was going on and who saved Lana. He was so excited to jump in that story.
They were kicking ass. They were kicking ass on that, too.
That's what I mean, is that he was so excited to jump back in.
That was probably their quickest solved case. Like, they figured it out so quick.
And bouncing off each other. Remember sharing those thoughts, ideas.
Bouncing off each other.
Yeah, pervert. But I do want to say... That's why that doesn't make sense.
And plus also, he's gotten everything that Clark would want. Like being flirty with Lana. She's open with it. Okay to wait. John and Martha love him so much they buy him whatever they want even though they're broke.
Yeah, so he just wants to be a spoiled brat is what he wants to be.
That's what this is.
He just wants his cake and eat it too.
But let's get to the best part of the dream here.
So he also just envisions Lex sitting on his couch, just swirling a glass of whiskey.
This shows how terrified he is of Lex. Secretly.
And what we do find out is that with Clark coming into this scene is, hey, Lex, why were you calling me to come over here? You know what, Lex? Or Clark? I've been having such a strange day.
Yeah, and I kind of had a problem. I think you could help me with it.
Can you go grab that sword that's on the wall, please?
Like, you know about this sword, man? He's like, is this new? Depends on the definition of new.
It was a ceremonial weapon.
16th century samurai warriors.
Known as the Katai.
Ever heard of them, loser?
Japanese history really isn't my strong suit, Lex.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a dumbass, Lex. I don't know shit about this.
Well, legend has it this sword was forged in the fires of Mount Fuji.
Oh, shit.
The blade can cut through anything.
And he's being real open with it, too comfortable, nonchalant, like just waving it around kind of in Clark's face.
So it's like never took it in a battle.
They never had to. Till the day the strongest Katai turned on his own. Oh, we're getting some background, and one by one the Katai fell.
And then he decides to say, nothing left to lose. The last of the Katai grabs this sword.
He lunged at the warrior with this sword. And so the blade should have cut him in two.
But when the armor of the warrior fell away,
the Katai wasn't even human, bro. But yeah, so Lex just ends up swinging back at Clark on his arm. The blade just breaks on his arm, shatters. And Clark has no excuse here.
Just like you, Clark.
You're not human. See, I've always been honest with you, but you haven't with me.
It turns out you're a liar. Get out of here.
You're a fraud. You're a fraud, Clark.
Clark, I'm gonna destroy your life. I'm gonna tell everybody in the world.
That's like the vibe you're getting because this
so...
is truly showing that now Lex is totally flipping it. You couldn't trust me because I'm a Luther, and Clark's like, no, dude, it's not that. It's not that at all. And Lex is like, shut up. I'm gonna ruin your life now.
And then it's one of my favorite gifts. I thought we were friends.
I thought we were friends. Well, you thought wrong, clearly. And Lex is furious. He just told him he's gonna ruin Clark's life. Clark is freaking out. He drives home. He drove home his truck. He's just showing off to everyone with his truck. And immediately gets out. Mom, Dad, we have a big problem. Oh, guess who's here? Sarah.
You know what I like to do right now, Joseph? Let's talk about lilacs.
Hey, I noticed your house. I haven't seen lilacs in years.
What are you doing here? Get away!
They're my favorite. My mother used to grow them for me.
Where is your family? Do you have a parent?
Listen, please don't let them take me again.
Who are you talking about? I've been asking you now for 5 times. Who?
The Traveler, Clark. The Traveler. Who is the Traveler, Sarah?
Hold on. Not who's the Traveler. How do you know my name?
Wait. You know my name? But then we see, like, that the Traveler...
Clark turns around.
We turn around, the Traveler is there, and what the hell is this?
Looks like death.
Is this the Vittori?
Wait, from Twilight?
Yeah.
He just hasn't had his fix of blood, so he looks like that.
Is this Voldemort?
But yes, we are talking, this looks exactly like death, except instead of the black cloak, we have a red cloak.
It's a red. Yeah, it's a red. And the skin looks weird. It's like not even skeleton. It's more so like a weird deformed creature.
It looks like the Mummy.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Except we don't get to see the face. Clark is then thrown away by this Traveler. This Traveler then takes Sarah.
It smothers Sarah, and then it disappears. And then Clark punches into the ground, because I guess that's where he thinks it went.
Falls into the ground.
Like it's Michael Jordan going into Looney Land. The Looney World. Toon World. What's it called?
No, it's the Looney Tune World.
Yeah.
Warner Bros. Either way is, what kind of camera is that?
He digs the hole. But yeah, so Clark actually, this is where, finally, because we're legit 15 minutes in, and we're just going to summarize here. This whole time, of course, like we said, Clark has been dreaming. Clark has been dreaming. He finally wakes up. And even at this, I still... Actually, you could have got me here where, what if Clark still was dreaming?
But then we're getting way too much into Inception where nobody even thought about a dream within a dream.
That's true.
Like, that is...
Oh, he was dreaming this whole time. And then that's...
I don't remember a movie that ever did a dream in a dream before that. I mean... I don't...
Paulo.
Maybe you could think of one. You're probably better at this than me. Because, you do all the psychedelic stuff.
Well, it would only be Paprika, if anything.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Okay, probably an anime has done it then for sure.
Yeah. And so the parents are actually right beside Clark, already telling him, yo, what the hell? You're finally awake. You've been asleep for a day and a half.
I met this girl named Sarah Conroy. Conroy's. Talking about people that have moved in next door? Whoa. What? We're having new neighbors now?
We have new neighbors? Yeah, they moving truck yesterday, and yeah. It's like, so that's the thing here then. If they just got here yesterday and the dream's been happening...
Clark's been asleep for a day and a half, his parents said.
A day and a half, that's where the half is coming in. So he probably took a midday nap at one point. Missed the exam on a Monday? Are we on Tuesday right now?
No, I would say that he took the midday nap on Sunday.
That's what I'm saying, that Monday was the day of the exam.
Yes, and
because you have all weekend to study.
I would say we're Monday night, and then Tuesday morning's going to be tomorrow. That's what I'm guessing right here.
Yeah.
And that's why his parents weren't too freaked out, because he only was technically passed out since yesterday mid-afternoon.
That's crazy, though, like to be out for a whole day and a half, same spot, like you're just on the couch.
You ever slept for that long?
Hell no.
I have.
I've slept for like a full 18 hours before.
Yeah. Amateur.
Okay. And so we open back up, and Clark, of course, is like, pretty much looks like he's just been thinking all night, all day about what's been happening. And that's
also what I mean by it was Monday night, because he's been up all night, is what we do find out. He was sitting on the porch with his cup of coffee. His parents come out, and they go, Clark, you been up all night, man?
I was kind of afraid to go to sleep. Like, he has this fear now of falling into that sleep. It's like, I feel like I should go check on this Conroy thing. And John's, of course, saying, be careful. It's like, you weren't just asleep, man. You were gone for 36 hours. So, like, let's not go crazy right now.
And that's the amount of time that they've been moving in from next door. So, Clark, I need you to be careful. But what I am going to ask you to do is stay the hell away from the neighbors.
That's not asking, John. That's telling.
Okay. Do I have to then go get the kryptonite belt again? Because I just told you what you're going to do. And by the way, I'm not even going to argue at this point with John. My only issue with it is, John, you got to have a plan.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell, bro?
Yeah, if your son was knocked out since the neighbors did move in, then you have to come up with an idea, because you can't have your son stay up.
We're not going to be nonchalant about this.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
That's too weird.
That was a little bit weird.
Your son, who was just asleep for 36 hours, wakes up. It's like, dude, man, I had this crazy dream about this Sarah Conroy chick. Conroy, neighbors, they've been here for 36 hours. Stay away from them. We don't know. We don't want to do that, okay?
But what if I pass out and I don't wake up this time? Hey, look, Clark, we'll deal with that when that comes. This was weird because I thought that John and Martha would then be going next door.
What if it was, so we're going to get into a what if here, that he just stayed asleep and he didn't know how to figure it out, whatever, but the cure was a lover's kiss, and it was Lana. And Lana had...
God.
Or what if even a flip of the switch, dude, it's Chloe's kiss that has to wake him up.
That would be awesome.
Okay.
See, I would be all
That's
about
where I got
that.
you?
Yeah,
That's where
is
I got
that
you.
if it was Chloe's kiss. You know why? Because Chloe would be considered a traveler. Lana is not a traveler. Lana has stayed in the same damn hometown for the longest time.
But, yes,
But
anyway,
yes,
it's weird to where we can't brush it off, John.
Yeah, this is a blowover by the Kents, and yet they're never usually like this about anything, and yet this is nothing to them.
Dude, at this point, does Lana really not question how strong Clark is? We go to the next scene right here.
Yeah.
This man is literally one-handing, barely a grip on the hay bale. Like, we know these are pretty heavy, bro.
And also...
And he's just slamming it like it's a pot.
And
It's like a
also-
little cup.
the wires on the hay bales too, and he just has like the bare hands going on.
No, Lana's right behind him. She can clearly see what he's doing, and he's not. There's no reaction here. He's just like, "Oh, hey, Lana." And Lana's like, "Hey, missed you, pretty much."
You were gone from school. Well, I haven't been feeling so good. You know, Clark, you kind of look a little tired, which we now have the first kind of thought of Superman.
We've always questioned if Clark really even needs to sleep. And at this point, yeah, apparently he does. Kryptonians run on sleep too.
Well, Clark, I decided to bring you your homework. Thanks, Lana. Appreciate it.
So, are you done? That's the vibe that happened after this, because after she said, well, Mr. Blair said you can make up your history exam, so as long as you have a note from your parents.
Lana went up to the teacher for Clark and said, hey, Clark is gone today, but Clark would never miss something like this. So what could he do to make it up? I'm just going to throw this out there to everybody. You need to marry this woman. This is a woman that she is a ride or die.
Yeah, because if you think about it, why is it Lana doing that and not Pete?
Why aren't the Kents doing this? The Kents are actually being lazy this episode and just hanging out watching the fucking Sharks game and having beers. Martha included. What is with the not caring about the Clark at all?
What is Pete? Pete should have been the one doing this. Because he was even in the dream about the history exam.
Yeah, but obviously Clark doesn't even care about Pete.
No, actually Pete was probably going to do it. And then Lana was like, hey, Pete, can I take that actually to Clark? I gotta see him anyways.
I am gonna be, yes, that's exactly what probably happened. And what Clark is now telling Lana, though, after she mentions that he is tired, I just having trouble sleeping because I keep dreaming about this girl. Oh, Lana, no. Stop it.
Let's show some insecurity, dude. Yeah, so Clark's just like, yeah, can I tell you about a dream I had? Just like freaking me out like this whole time. And yeah, it's about this girl. And she's like, oh, a girl? Whoa. Clark's like, chill out, bro.
It's not like that at all, Lana.
I'm dreaming about her, yet I didn't even meet her yet. And now she's in your old house. She's the new neighbor.
Well, he also mentions because the reason he's dreaming about her is that it's, of course, him saving somebody. And Lana is now, oh, of course, so she's in trouble. Are you going to be able to save her, Clark? Lana is giving him too much. And it pisses me off because he doesn't deserve anything. He left her.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong. And even Lana's over here saying, like, well, I'll help you out, you know? You haven't lost your mind, so, I mean, I know you have your issues. You're kind of crazy, but you haven't lost your mind.
Well, what he even likes is that she doesn't believe that he is, or she doesn't believe that he is crazy, where he then, in return, is like, oh my God, you really think that? Well, yeah, Clark, you believe me with Emily, where nobody else did, so I think I could give you this benefit of the doubt.
There's some weird shit that happens around here, bro. Why are we even questioning it?
Exactly! It's going back to doubt. Guys, we're on season 3 already. We're not questioning this shit anymore.
Yeah, we need to just stop. The town knows we're all into freaky shit.
Yes!
Like, come on now. Of course, yeah, so tell me about the dream. Well, we're at Crater Lake. Yeah, you were there. Okay.
What? And then it gets...
Clark, there was absolutely no reason to say she was in the dream. Because then, what does that do to anyone, girl or boy? What was I doing? What were we doing? Yeah, tell me about the dream. I'm in your dream?
I didn't mean to... Oh, no. Okay,
it's like even a typical flirting type of, like, I guess, line to go into.
But... where do you think that it would be going? Obviously, Lana has put 2 and 2 together, and she goes, you know what? I have a plan. Let's just go next door and then just talk to her to see what's going on.
Come to find out, because they're down to do this. Yeah, Lana, good idea. Let's go over there. Let's go talk to her. Let's see what's up.
Hold on, we're going to disobey John, though. Let's make sure that we're clear.
Yeah, because he even thought about it. He hesitated. He was like... oh, Dad said this. Okay, Lana, you're asking me, I'll go.
I was going to say, it's because Lana said, let's go. He then said, okay. But it goes back to, why aren't you with her then?
Dude.
If you want to listen to her every second of the day and you're just going to not take John's word and then just go with Lana, even if it's against his, why are you not with her?
Yeah, bro. I don't
You
know.
have the choice now. Usually, it's not the guy that has the choice, it's the female. He doesn't deserve this type of power.
No, let's go to...
With great power comes great responsibility.
Dude, that's messed up. You don't do that here.
I do when it's involving a female.
Clark Kent, not PP, bro. Let's go to the point that Sarah is in a coma. We go to the house, the Conroy house. She's in a coma. Her uncle looks after her. And already weird vibes. This uncle looks creepy.
And then Clark and Lana decide to show up and just invade somebody's privacy. Well, do you think she'll ever wake up?
What happened to her? Clark. Whoa.
Oh, by the way, Sarah's my niece.
Yeah.
So this is your old house, Lana?
Yeah.
And you're the boy next door.
Weird.
I just...
Yeah, because he's like, oh, so this used to be your house? And you're the boy next door? Well, why are you looking at me like that, uncle?
Because you're also...
What's uncle's name? What's his name?
I don't know. Uncle Conroy. That's what I put him in my notes, Uncle Conroy. But what was funny about this is that now he is telling...
Low Bridge. You saw that.
Yes.
Low Bridge.
Isn't that the same bridge that Clark and Lex had the accident?
Low Bridge. Look, it's also a nod at the Jeff.
I know, because it was a nod to Jeff, and I believe that that was the bridge from the beginning that we've always established. What I also wanted to get back to, though, and the reason why I made this point, this bridge should be shut down. Why are so many people falling off of this bridge?
No, the place is dope, man.
I don't think that it's that great if so many people
It's the same bridge.
It's so okay. We should shut it down.
It's the same bridge, and what a strange name, like to spell it. Jeph. Jeff.
You know, his parents are just being douchebags.
Sorry, Jeff. Sorry to knock your parents.
But yes, he explains how with Sarah in the car with her parents, the car went off the bridge.
Nicholas Conroy.
Oh, yeah, I really wanted to know that. Sarah, though, was asleep in the back, and that's how they believed that she was able to survive.
Let me tell you about a weird moment from Clark. Why did we say this? Oh, hey, I see you have lilacs. Those are Sarah's favorite. Clark says this.
How did you know that?
Why would you say that, Clark? And Lana has to clearly fix his mess. Like, oh, they're my favorite too.
That's the only reason why he would say such a thing. That's not why anybody would say such a thing, by the way. Clark is so stupid, and I don't understand why. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I get what you're saying, that it's weird, but that's just weird for us as the audience. Clark shouldn't be weirded out by the uncle right now.
I'm weirded out by the uncle.
Why? I'm weirded out that you came over, and I don't know you.
Yeah, we should have never done that.
That's the other.
If I would have just heard at the door, oh, Sarah, well, you can't really talk to her because I just met you, but also she's in a fucking coma.
Oh, well, I just want to see her. Can I just go?
Hey, I'm the boy next door. Can I meet your daughter?
Hey, can I go in her room?
Yeah, can I talk to her? Yeah. Good luck with that.
But exactly, how did that front door initial reaction go?
It should have not gone at all.
Can I see your almost dying niece? In order to care for Sarah, the necklace then is shown, and then Clark decides to go, oh, the patron of travelers, huh?
Interesting medal, St. Christopher. Yeah, I say the prayer every night to Sarah. That's weird.
Well, by the way, guys, it's time for Sarah's medication, so can you please get the hell out of my house because you're strangers? Thanks for stopping by.
I'm sorry, what medicine are you giving her? She's in a coma.
You're probably having to change her bag.
Change her diaper?
Yeah. I don't want people in the house while I do that. That's actually a very caring thing from Uncle Nick.
Diaper change.
Yes. Shouldn't Clark have used his x-ray vision there right now? I don't think he did. And which also bothers me because he's just now going to question the uncle versus knowing. And that's what I also have a problem with Clark. He just always assumes people are bad. because he's just lost faith in humanity. However, he was the dickhead for the past 3 months.
That's right.
Unless this was part of Jarrell's test.
To what?
Have him lose faith in humanity. Have him feel like that they were the lesser beings.
They are.
That's what he wanted Clark to realize, and he never did until the 3 months later.
He does even make a comment about that in this episode.
Yes. I'm making the connection here. Yes. Because we've always been wondering, what was Jarrell's test?
I mean, we're never really going to know. Until, later, we'll probably know, but...
I think it would make sense to make you feel like that these people need a ruler.
A protector. Maybe.
Yes.
So, we open up after that visit to Luther Corp. Luther Corp.
And Deshaun Watson seems to be getting a massage right now. Oh, football fans!
Lionel would never, dude. Or yeah, he would. But yeah, Lionel's over here getting a massage in his office, and Lex walks in, and he's having an issue.
I did want to throw this out there, though, to acknowledge. You were right last episode. Her name is Mercy.
It's Mercy,
It's Mercy. No, I had to look it up because I was so confident last episode.
Something, though.
I don't know what the last thing. I didn't go that far. But it's because this looks exactly like the woman that we saw in the car that was testing the blood.
We get her name later, but that's a different name.
But yes, so that's why I made the connection. That's why I want to give you that shout out there. But Lionel then decides to say, "What, Lex? What the hell do you want?" Lex is pissed because he has been locked out of half of the system's files at Luther Corp, and he's wondering, what the hell, Dad? If you want me to be able to do my work, you need to give me access. Listen, Lex. God, how do I put this? All right, you're just a liability.
Yeah, this whole business deal, being partners with him, it's been such a weird process, I feel like.
Well, and hold on. I'm actually going to give Lionel the benefit of the doubt in this entire scene, because this is really just a back and forth between them, them talking about the trust that they have, especially if Lionel wants Lex to be a partner. Lex is the one that agreed to be the partner, though. Lionel did not offer it in that scene. Lex did. And Lionel now is probably in the back of his head wanting to still take precautions, thinking his son may try to get back at him on something. But the reason why I do agree with Lionel, all Lionel wants him to do is to take a therapy class. Because you were at an island, stranded there, and was involved in a plane crash. So I'm going to want you to take a psychiatric test here to make sure you're good in the head. I think that makes a lot of sense to me. And Lex is the one that seems to be fighting it. And Lionel, listen, if you want to be a part of this, I want to do this. It's 5 fucking sessions, Lex.
It's a week.
You can't do 5 sessions, dude?
Or maybe just once a week, so a month.
I don't
month and a half.
I don't like those people.
And meanwhile, Lionel's just sucking on a peach right over here. Why does he have peaches just on display like that?
Because they like their fruit.
So yeah, Lex has such a huge issue seeing a psychiatrist. But
Lionel was not wrong in my opinion.
Yeah.
Would you want Lex to take a test?
I mean, just to make sure.
Yeah. 5 sessions.
But do you think still, though, there's something like an agenda, like a hidden agenda with all this, with Lionel?
Yeah, but I would think...
all these hoops.
But if I think... No, because all I want you to do is take a therapy class.
But do you think Lionel still even really wants them to be part of that business, that partner and shit?
He just said, come on, I want this to work.
Yo, so you're going to believe a liar.
Lex is the one... Okay, if anybody was in a workplace and some type of traumatic event happened, they would probably want them to speak to whatever counselor, HR representative, okay?
Maybe.
Okay,
Anyways, we go back to Smallville High.
This is insane. God, Chloe is awesome. But Chloe is once again acknowledging that Clark does look tired, but Clark, Red Bulls are going to only last for so long. Trust me on this one. I've always experienced this. But you know what, Clark? I'm really interested in this whole Sarah thing. Clark obviously is excited as well, which is why the dream doesn't make sense of her taking down the wall of weird, which is why you were trying to shit on her earlier. But really, Clark is still just a high idiot.
Clark wants her to grow up secretly. Anyways,
Do you want to explain how they explain what's going on with Sarah and the abilities here?
Yeah, so it has to do with the frontal lobe activity. It's acting as a beacon. And actually, I'm going to rewind it a bit because
It's like the
how would
REM
she communicate
sleep.
with you in your dreams? We're going to read this word for word. All right. Telepathic receptivity is prominent during REM, which is rapid eye movement, which is the dream sequence, and it's frontal lobe activity. So the frontal lobe is acting as a dream beacon or something. Your brain is wired a little differently. So is it only Clark?
It's only Clark
that would be affected by that?
Yes. It's only Clark that
But
she
how
says.
did this even happen to her? What was it? It was an accident that the uncle said?
Into Crater Lake.
Into
so
Crater Lake.
that's how, since she was asleep, that's how she was able to, I assume, get the ability to dream travel.
So she really is the traveler.
Yes. That's what I mean. She is the bad
Fun
guy.
fact about the REM. REM is also the name of a band.
Yeah.
And they only play their songs in this episode.
Good. Because REM is amazing.
Yeah. So basically, we did go in that crash course of stuff here. And
Talks about how Crater Lake has our favorite green stuff in it.
cocktail. It's a good cocktail for Smallville.
You think the meteor rocks gave her this ability? Yes, Clark, because we've seen it probably 10 times now.
Yeah, and it certainly explains your slumber. Is like, but I didn't wake up until the traveler appeared, and I think it's her uncle.
Or a manifestation of the fear that she is in, and she uses that to then put the uncle as the villain.
Yeah, and he's like the Phantom, the Dream Phantom.
No, her uncle is all powerful in her life. How dare you ever say that he is not the bad guy?
And look,
I know.
And look, this is where it goes. It's like, oh, you don't think it's just like the fear? You think the uncle's actually doing something. It's like, well, my faith in human kindness has kind of been diminished. And it's like, oh, so we don't like humans.
Mm-hmm.
And he really says human kindness. Like, he's starting to think like, oh yeah, I'm not you. I'm not you.
But what I do love is that Clark even mentions then to Chloe, well, are you up then for a trip in order for us to investigate this crime, Miss Velma? No, Clark, I actually am busy because I have my other article at the Daily Planet. Me working 9 years now at the Torch hasn't given me this opportunity to be able to expand my research into bigger columns. So the Daily Planet is going to be taking priority. Clark then looks a little bit butthurt, says, I guess you just don't have any more childish pursuits anymore, huh? He is the butthurt one. So he was dreaming, but yet...
All right, so then let me flip it on you.
Yeah, flip it.
It was his fear then. It was his fear that Chloe would actually give up Wall of Weird and pursue bigger things and basically kind of leave Clark behind on like that aspect.
No, because he always wants to have Chloe around because in a way he confuses Chloe by then expressing that we're so close and we have this bond, but then he wants to spit on her later on.
That's right.
When she then has feelings towards him.
Right.
Clark then says, hey, do you want a piece of candy, Chloe? Oops, can't have any. That's what Clark does to Chloe.
It's like, but yeah, she says, don't be like that. I'd rather be, doing this with you for sure. It's like, okay, well, yeah, it's no big deal. I'm just kidding. I'll just grab Lana. Oh, yeah, she'll give you at least a good source of caffeine.
And then Clark turns around and gives a smirk.
Just gives the look like, okay, we're finally feeling comfortable around each other. Finally.
Kinda. Chloe just called Lana dumbass and said, hey.
Dumbass? Oh, you only care about your excitement boners around her.
Yeah, by the way, I guess you'll only be excited when she's around because she's not going to help you any other way.
Yeah, she'll be a good tease.
It was a good shot. I actually appreciated that one from Chloe. She's so great in this new season. I'm loving season 3, Chloe.
You need to shut up. Just shut up. So, we get them investigating public records at the barn, him and Lana.
Okay.
And Lana's already like, man, who would have thought this is so boring?
This furthers my theory. She is Fred, and he is Daphne. I'm just going to throw that out there.
But Fred, look. Come on. We found something good. Wow. Sarah's parents were rich, huh? When they died, she inherited everything. One guess is who's in control of the money?
Uncle Nick.
As long as she stays in a coma, he controls the wealth.
Saint Nick, Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Clark, though, taking care of his niece is not really a smoking gun here. Then why is Sarah scared of him? In your dream she is, not in real life, you weirdo.
Yeah, and so here he's like, well, you look tired, I'll put on another pot of coffee. It's like, yeah, it's kind of hard to keep my eyes open right now.
And I'm afraid to close those eyes. But, you don't have to stay. I want to, Clark. Because I love you.
You think he's still smoking as he's trying to stay awake?
By the way, yes.
He's probably just making it worse. He has no idea.
He's like, why am I not getting better?
So high right now. I think. Oh, he closes his eyes for a hot second. A hot second. Immediately, you can already tell. Immediately, he wakes up. He's like, wow, that was fast. And it's Sarah. And now we have the dream filter
it's
again.
Like the dream filter
The dream filter is in. Now it's like, oh man, I must have fallen asleep if I'm seeing Sarah walk around here.
How do you get into my dreams?
At least he's aware, He's like fully aware that he's in the dream. And he's like, wow, yeah, how do you get in here? Tell me now.
I don't know, Clark. This is the first time it's ever happened. We'll stop. Okay? Just stop.
Dude, relax.
I'm tired of this. I want to go to sleep, and you're just like doing this.
I want to sleep like normal person.
And that's why I still believe right now, and I even put in the notes, so I'm not even trying to... Sarah to me right now is the villain still. She is the problem. If I don't have Sarah coming into my dreams, I'm happy. I don't have to deal with this.
Dude, this is not even that bad of a dream. She's the one having a bad time. I'm having a good time getting my truck and skinny dipping with the girl of my dreams.
Sarah, why are you here? Why do you keep following me to the school, to my house, to now to my Clark barn? Well, I realized that you...
What happened when you and Lana were at the house? He's like, oh, you can hear us. It's like, yeah. It's like I'm in a long, dark tunnel, a.k.a. the sunken place, pretty much. That's what she's talking about, word to Jordan Peele. And so I tried to reach out to you, but you don't know what it's like to be locked in your body. Never any contact. Never any intimacy.
Sarah, who's the traveler?
We shouldn't talk about him. He'll find us.
Is it your uncle? I want to keep talking about it.
Why are you so afraid of him? What does he do to you?
I don't know.
I don't know. I used to be able to hear the doctors talking with him, and they said I should have woken up by now, but he does something that puts me deeper into this sleep. And I don't hear the doctors anymore ever since we moved here.
I almost woke up once, though, and then that's when we decided to move here. Sarah... He's here.
Oh my god, this whole phantom traveler, like, what is this? She falls down, it's the worst special effects, and we have, like, the movie Spawn happening now with the red cape and the...
I'm just going to say this. Sorry to make another connection. I know it's not allowed on the show.
No, it's Spawn. That's as close to DC as we could get.
Cloak, right? You mean Cloak and Dagger?
No.
I'm just saying.
Why? Because she's white and then the cloak was black?
Just throwing that out there. But also, yes.
It looked more like Spawn.
It was a little bit like Spawn because of the red. Let's go back to the Luthor house.
I'm tired of these Luthers, man.
But now Clark is telling Lex everything that is going on about the dream, about Sarah.
And Lex is just like, I don't believe it, pretty much.
Why
I don't
just
believe
go and, like, not... like talk to me about this and talk to somebody else. I'm dealing with my own problems because
I have a personal bias with psychotherapy, Clark. Why?
I don't. Oh, so you don't like people getting in your head, huh, Lex? Something like that. Yeah. Well, this girl's in my head, and until I figure a way out to help her, she won't leave me the hell alone.
Of course, so he's like, okay, well, I made a few calls to Metropolis General, and it's true, she should have woken up. So he's like, so the uncle's been drugging her. It's like, well, I don't know. I mean, the blood tests come out normal. He's using a drug that's untraceable. It's like, dude, Clark, shut up, get some sleep.
You know what, Lex? Just don't even worry about it. He's deceiving. We can both know that appearances aren't the way they're supposed to be, right?
Oh, God. What a shot at Lex, huh?
Yeah, that was actually a big shot at Lex. You know what, Clark, why don't you just tell the cops, stop putting these things in, like, my hands. I don't want to deal with your crap.
Yeah, it's his town, dude. Solve it.
Yeah, exactly. You're supposed to be the head of the department. You do.
But Clark does say, thanks for the help, blah, blah, blah. But he notices the sword on the wall. And he's like, oh, I always liked this sword, Lex. And Lex is like, okay. What is it, some sort of legendary samurai antique?
Wouldn't it have been great if Clark then tells this story to Lex? So is this a part of a group known as the Katai? And were they able to then have a traitor?
And after Lex hears it all, and he's just like, Clark, what the fuck are you talking about? None of that is real. That is a movie prop that I bought. It's fake.
Clark, what stash have you gotten into? Because now at this point, it's out of hand.
It's very cool that Lex actually says it's a prop from a Kurosawa action movie that's his favorite. And that's a very famous Japanese director.
Yeah, I know. I took a Japan history course where the only thing that we watched was Kurosawa films.
Black and white?
Yes, and I can honestly say I can't remember, but there was one that he did. It was a kidnapping, and it was a train movie dealing with the kidnapping and them having to put a briefcase outside of the train window, and the measurements had to be exact. This was a 50 film, and yet everything about it was things that they've copied today.
Yeah.
And it was so great. If you haven't at least seen one Kurosawa film, I highly recommend it.
Oh, dude, it's so... Shout out Kurosawa, man. We're big fans over here. But
huge fans.
So, yeah, Lex...
By the way, this wasn't even like a dick thing from Lex either. Where Lex then tries to do the little jabbing with the knife at Clark, and Clark's flinches.
That was playful brother shit right there.
And he was like, dude, relax. I told you it was fake.
You got to learn the difference between reality and fantasy, Clark. And Clark's like, maybe you're right. And of course, Lex get some sleep, you dumbass idiot.
What is the matter with you? It's plastic. What?
Let me tell you about the dumbest move Clark could have done here to make himself look more obvious than ever.
Hey, can I come and see Sarah again?
Hey, Clark, this is a pleasant surprise. We're talking about Uncle Nicholas here. So I thought I'd bring Sarah some fresh flowers. It's like, oh, man, that's nice of you. Yeah, come on in.
Okay, hey. If I'm an uncle and I have a niece who's in a coma, I'm not ever going to allow strange boys that I just met to come inside my house that say that they brought her flowers. Now
and then he says, can I talk with Sarah for a little bit by myself? That is weird, bro.
This is the second time I've ever met you.
Dude, it is weird.
Yes.
That, I don't care who you are. You could be a grown adult. You could be even maybe related to the family. Still kind of weird.
If I'm uncle, you know what goes in my head? Kill Bill.
Yeah, Buck. That was the reference I was making earlier.
No, that's wanting to go back to it because Clark is hinting at this.
Dude, it's weird. It's weird. It's like, what? Why would you want to do that? And of course, Uncle Nick over here is like, yeah, not at all. I don't mind.
Do you want me to get you something to drink?
It's like something caffeine. Oh, I'll get you. I think I got some soda.
Now Clark decides to do the X-ray though.
Into the cabinet that Uncle Nick was at earlier.
Why didn't he do it earlier?
I don't know, because he's high as shit.
Why didn't he do it earlier?
He's smoking and not on sleep right now. He's totally...
If you think something, wouldn't you X-ray everything is my point?
This is like your typical Nightmare on Elm Street, where the kids realize what's happening, and they're trying really hard to stay awake, because once they're asleep, Freddy's there. This is that vibe. This is really Nightmare on Elm Street.
So you're saying this is Inception and Nightmare on Elm Street all
I don't
mixed
even think
into
it's
one.
Inception anymore, because, I mean...
So now you're not even giving it back credit.
Nah, because Inception was truly layered dreams. This is more so invasion of dreams.
I just want to go back to, if I show up in a room and I suspect things, I'm going to X-ray everything in that room immediately and not wait.
It's crazy. And he X-rays the cabinet. He sees there's some certain drugs in there. He breaks the cabinet open, dude. It has a lock on it.
And then takes the medicine from it, decides to then speed out of there so that when the uncle comes back, he sees that the cabinet has been broken and Clark is now gone. Hey, I know who did this. What is going on?
Dude, he immediately sees that it's open, puts it down, and is like, well, gotta go to plan B now, I guess.
Wouldn't you, if you had a great plan, have Clark and Lana work together, where Lana goes and knocks on the door and then decides to, distract the uncle, while then Clark is able to run inside and then use X-ray and then see what's going on. Instead...
No, we don't think smart in this town. We go now to Clark running away. So he sped away, right? He sped away.
Yes, he sped away.
Why does he have the truck? Because in the next scene, we see him driving on the road with the truck.
Hold on, no.
It's John's truck, too.
Stop it, Joseph. Let's go back. Clark sped away from the house, meaning he parked the truck outside of the house.
That's right.
And he then had to start it up.
Or did he even park the truck right outside the house?
Can you just imagine?
Why was the truck even part of this scenario? Why weren't we running to begin with?
What if Uncle Nick was looking outside and Clark, the truck wouldn't start? Like, come on.
He's like, damn it. Oh, no. He's like, I got out of there. But yeah, no, he's driving away. He's driving away, and he's kind of he's speeding away.
He's speeding
He's
really
speeding down
fast.
this dirt road, and he's trying to stay awake, obviously, having a hard time here. And wow, look at this. He closed his eyes for a second.
Wiped him. Boom. Sarah's now sitting right next to him.
Oh, Lord. Clark is dreaming while he's driving.
He's so angry.
He's so angry, Clark. Wait, Sarah, if you're here, that means... Oh, no. Next scene, Clark's truck is flipping over.
No. John's truck is flipping over and is now completely destroyed.
Completely flipped over, bro. It is completely trash. It's wrecked. It's totaled.
Yeah.
This is totaled, bro. And now we get to the most hilarious scene ever. Wow. That happens.
I actually thought this scene was adorable between them.
No, not this.
Okay,
right after this.
Okay,
Lana shows up with Martha because she was going to get coffee for Clark.
Yes, well, she brought him a little bit of pick-me-up.
Yeah.
And Martha's like, okay, well, Clark went to go and see Lex. He'll be back here. Well, is that okay if I wait for him? Sure, not a problem.
And Lana's like kind of shy here. She's like, can I ask you something?
Why does Clark push me away?
Why did he push me away?
That was really heartbreaking. I was not expecting that type of question because Martha, I hate even her response, though.
We don't even know.
Well, Clark is not the same person from Spring. Metropolis changed him these past 3 months. I don't like the answer from Martha because it's, you're going to have to get over him. It's really not a giving Lana hope.
Well, no, it at least puts on the scale of relating because she even says, to try to make her feel comfortable more with it, is that...
But what she follows it up with is why, because all Lana even says, which I love that it makes it even more adorable, is I feel like if I'm able to stay long enough to Clark, or stay close enough to Clark long enough...
open up to me.
In his orbit. I'll be able to be in his orbit. Martha gives her like a look of... Sorry, but it's not going to happen. Like, that's why it threw me off. It's the squinching of the face.
That sucks.
It's exactly.
Yeah, and it's pretty heartbreaking conversation.
Yeah.
Because, like, she says her and John haven't even really figured it out, but that response is like, open up, Clark?
Yeah. Like, she gives, exactly. The look you're giving me now.
Good luck.
Like, all
Good
right.
luck, Lana.
Not going to happen. You probably got a 5% chance.
But what's crazy is that we hear John in the back of this conversation. Martha! Martha!
Martha, come quick! Clark's not hurt at all!
Dude, it's hilarious because this is why it's absolutely hilarious to me. They go to the truck because he's close to the farm, obviously. He was close. And they pull Clark out. There isn't a scratch on this man.
No, the shirt's good. Pants are good.
Shirt is good. No bruises, no cuts. And, like...
He's not even dirty.
Yeah. And, of course... And Lana's like, oh, my God. Like, sees the truck flipped over. He's unconscious. Like, oh, my God. I'm going to call an ambulance. No, Lana. He's fine.
He's good, Lana.
What?
No worries.
I would literally look at them. I would look at the truck. I'd be like, he is not fine. There has to be something broken. No, Lana, he's fine. Trust me.
Joseph, it's easy. Do you see a scratch on him, Lana? He's good. Come on, where's the blood?
No, look, he's just asleep.
They both just look at her like she's crazy, but she's saying, this is my fault. I should not have taken Clark over to that house. Because John noticed, where did that truck come from? Because it also brings back to the point of Clark then started the truck in front of Uncle Nick's house, and then he put it in reverse, and then he drove away while Uncle Nick stared out the window and said, "That kid broke into my home and stole this medicine."
What was he thinking, bro? Like, for real. But, like, yeah, it's just absolutely blasphemous. Yeah, he's fine. He's gonna be fine, Lana. Shut up. It's not your fault. Because she's trying to blame herself. And, of course, now we have the rapid eye movement of Clark. He's dreaming still.
And now we are pulling up to, once again, Crater Lake, where Clark does the Tokyo Drift. Sarah jumps out, starts running away. Clark is then running after her, saying, "Sarah, stop! Sarah, no!" What is she even doing right now? Who the hell cares? She should just die. Sarah is then saying, "I hate her. I just can't. I just want to be free." Clark, this is your dream, Sarah. This is all your fault. Just get us out. But Clark then tries to say, "You need to face him. You need to do this." "I'm scared." "Sarah, you're strong enough. Do this. I can't help you." "I'm sorry, Clark." And then the hand grabs her ankle and pulls her into the water. Clark then dives into the water after her, and we see a glow of green.
It's dope, right?
What the living fuck is going on? What the?
That's some green water, baby.
What? When is it green?
Huh? It's green.
So it's green when I jump after Sarah, but not when I skinny dip with Lana.
Yeah, that's right. But this is also Dream Lana. Oh, yeah, it's still the dream. Fuck.
Yes. So, who's dreaming? What's going on? I'm really lost with now we're picking and choosing when there's a weakness, meaning Clark's dreams are inconsistent. So you trying to throw Chloe under the bus earlier of saying this is how Clark wants Chloe is a flat out lie. I am still going back to Chloe has done nothing wrong. She has been perfect in this season 3. I am not liking the Green Lake being popped up now when Clark, again, has never mentioned if I jump in there, I'm going to then get hurt. Because technically, if we're going back to how Clark then reacts to the kryptonite, if he were to jump in that lake, it would have been like a current sucking him down, no?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so... But not
Look,
when
man,
Lana's
it's okay,
naked.
bro. It's just
When
a
Lana's
lake.
naked, though, it heals it, right?
It's just a lake, bro.
It's an inconsistent lake.
And so,
Let's
as
go
we
back.
get to the other dumb part of this plan.
Real world.
Oh, man. Real world, yep. We have Uncle Nick is like, how did he know about this? Putting the liquid in the syringe. How did he know about the lilacs? Sarah, I don't know what's going on in there, but it's going to stop. Okay, this guy is a freak. Anyways, Lana shows up unannounced.
Best plan of all time.
All time.
All time.
All time. Unannounced, shows up. She comes in there and is like, put that syringe away from her arm.
We need to have for the next award show for season 3, best plan.
Oh, Lord.
That needs
Best plan. That's in there for
That's
sure.
in there.
Best plan. So Lana says, put that syringe away. Don't do that. And Uncle Nick's like, whoa. How did you get in here?
Lana, I decided to come in here because...
We know you've been doping, Sarah. Oh, really? Well, then I guess you and your little boyfriend are too neighborly for your own good. If you kill her, there's no more money, Nick.
Okay, all right, hold on. I just have to pause it because what the hell is she even thinking about coming into the house, telling him these things? I solved your plan. She is Freddy. She is Freddy thinking that he could take on the villain.
Who said anything about killing her? Yeah, I'm going to kill you. So, yeah, he basically knocks out Lana. Dope.
Instead of killing my niece, I'm going to kill you because I'm not going to go down for this murder at all. I have an escape plan. Nick, what are you going to do now? So, if you're trying...
Oh, I love his plan after this.
So, his plan seems a little too much because we're going to be able to see when the fire started and that it was a line of something. I won't want to get it spoiled too much here.
Oh, don't you love her acting, how she's knocked out right there?
Let's go back to Dream World.
Yeah, look, Dream World. Look how Sarah looks right there.
Dude, she is the worst actress I've ever seen.
Look, she's so knocked out. Her head would still be up, right?
Sarah, are you okay? I'm all right, Clark. She's in trouble. Who?
Lana.
How is she in trouble? What do you mean? Oh my God, Clark. He's here. He's right behind you.
And here we go. So there's actually a reference to this villain, Taylor, that you might know. The Time Trapper, who is a common enemy of the Legion of superheroes.
Ooh, Legion,
They say there's a resemblance.
I'm very spotty on Legion, and that's just because the whole group of the teenager intergalactic kids I'm not really that fond of. A lot of people are. They appeared in Adventure Comics. I want to say 110. I may be wrong on that, but their book is always highly regarded. I think 121. Around that. Highly regarded. People love them. I only care about them if Darkseid's a part of the story.
Yeah. But anyways.
Sorry to go on there. Just Legion kind of.
They said that he's a resemblance to Time Trapper, and similar to that. But yeah, so this terrible special effects against once again.
We're on season 3, though.
Yeah.
What was that? That was a computer background.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was a Windows screen loading up.
And so here we go to the point where Sarah's freaking out. It's too late, but we have to save Lana, Sarah. We have to save Lana. So Clark attempts to try to stop the time, or the Phantom. The Traveler. And of course, he's telling Sarah that you have to help me. You're the only one that can stop this. This is her dream. Is that what's, or she has dream powers?
It's this simple. She has control over everything.
That's true.
And yet, she is the one.
You're stronger than he is, Sarah. You can do it. You can do it, Sarah. You can beat him. Beat his ass.
Sarah, I control your destiny.
Don't you love her face when she realizes, nah, I'm strong enough? And she's like...
The more you resist, Sarah, the more you will suffer.
Yep, so Sarah basically goes Super Saiyan in the dream.
And decides to make the sun come out where everything is now pretty. And now we are just going to stare at each other. Clark then all of a sudden has his powers and is able to then heat ray the Traveler. And now he exploded and the dream is over and Clark has woken up.
Yeah.
What? Clark then decides to run over to the house, and then he sees Lana's belongings on the floor and says, oh no.
So apparently the sequence of him going to the house is recycled from Lineage when he speeds away there.
That's weird. I didn't even make that connection.
But they just made the different
the shirt blue, which I still think it's a very weird moment here. Do you want to then explain Uncle Nick's plan here?
Yeah, his great plan. So he ends up doing a trail of gasoline, manages to get Lana in her new Jeep, the new Jeep that we've seen, and he makes a trail. Basically, he's going to start a match and then just light the car on fire and kill Lana.
He's going to blow up the Jeep, the brand new Jeep, and it kind of breaks my heart that he didn't think of a better idea because... What do you have a problem with now,
What
Joseph?
The hell is this?
What do you have a problem with?
I'm sorry, when did Clark do super zoomed in?
We're going to write on the new list, new power, right?
Yeah, new power.
Because this is new power.
This scoped vision?
This is, yeah, I would call this scope vision.
He's got times 2, 4, 8, 12 scope vision.
What if he was, oh my God, what if he said, X-ray times 2? And then
This is Byakugan, bro.
This is weird.
This is Byakugan from Naruto.
Also, if he has this ability, he would have been able to
do a lot of things. Yes, I know.
You know,
he scanned through the forest.
Hold on, Joseph. He wouldn't have had to gone over to Uncle Nick's house.
No, he wouldn't have.
Would have been solved this whole episode.
And we already know for sure he was spying on Lana.
Yeah.
Seeing what they remember when he would X-ray and he would see Lana and him, or sorry, Lana and Whitney. Anyways, whatever, dude. Dude, Uncle Nick's plan terrible. Clark notices he's gonna blow him up, and so Clark zooms in over there, catches the lighter. Uncle Nick's like, whoa, and then Clark commits murder
and tosses him into
tosses Uncle Nick against the tree and breaks his damn back.
Yeah, no, Uncle Nick is now lying there passed out, where then you see the Saint Traveler around his neck just lying there, and it's not a touchy moment whatsoever. Let's go back to Luther Corp, where now Lionel is sitting in his office chair. Lex then decides to come in and say, hey, Dad.
Yeah, so what's so urgent, Lex? Like, well, I decided to do it.
I know. Like, why was this?
Cool, man.
This could have been a phone call.
This could have been an email.
Yeah, hey, Dad, I decided to go. I decided to show up, so I started my courses already. Is that okay?
Yeah. This scene is just so stupid. Cool. It's a gift, Lex, that I realize that you can't be fearing this type of thing. So, hey, just do the sessions. You be all right.
I finally realized, Dad, that the only way for me to be able to convince you that I'm in my state of mind and I'm the rightful heir is for me to go through these classes. So, Dad, I figured that you have my best interests at heart. So I love you. Who's the doctor, though? Oh, it's Claire Foster. She's highly credentialed. She's worked through any problems before. She has a lot of books. You're going to love her.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go deliver lilacs for the third time today. Is that cool with you?
Oh, yeah, we go to the hospital. Clark is here to visit Sarah. Got her some lilacs. And now they're officially meeting in real life.
Okay. You know what I hate about this scene, actually? Is that if I'm Sarah, I kind of think Clark is hitting on me.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to be like, Clark is not
I've been in your dreams, Clark, so are you into me or into Lana?
Why are you bringing me flowers?
I didn't think you'd remember me. He's such an idiot. God. Clark is high out of his mind, bro. He's like showing up, got you some lilacs. I didn't think you'd remember me.
So why would you show up then and act all casual?
Why'd you even walk in?
Why
didn't you say, hi, I'm Clark?
Why were you so just, this isn't a big deal?
We were confident until your high ass was like, I didn't think you'd remember me. It's like, I still don't know how I got in your dreams. Yeah, no one knows. Thanks for the explanation, Smallville writers.
The important thing, Sarah, is that you're awake, and the important thing is that you're safe. Clark is hitting on her. It's just funny because Sarah then says, well, Clark, since I have been in your dreams, I know that you're a special person. Well, everybody is special in their dreams.
Yeah, so he decides to sit down because, of course, she makes that comment. And, of course, he's like, I'm curious to hear your perspective.
Over my dreams.
On my dreams. And, of course, like, oh, what did you see? He's like, well, someone who's clearly in love and resists it. Oh. Lana, right?
Ooh, taking shots,
and
Sarah.
Clark's like, damn it.
How do you know?
Oh, it's so not obvious. How'd she figure it out? It's like, take it from me, who was trapped for 6 years? Crazy. That's nuts. 6-year coma? Fuck that.
If you love them, you need to let them know. Here's the thing, though.
I can't talk right.
Here's the other thing. She's been in there for 6 years. Does Sarah really know love?
That's true. She would have been like 11.
I'm not meaning to throw the shot out there
10.
to Sarah. I'm just mentioning she wouldn't really know.
Listen, she's the girl of your dreams. That's clearly your love. I have the education of second grader.
It actually would be a 5th grader. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. 6th grade at the most would be 11.
Maybe.
Yeah. What do you mean maybe? How much?
But isn't that funny though? She literally is like has the mind of like a middle schooler.
She would.
So she would not act that calm.
No, she wouldn't be that calm on anything.
Do they have ice cream here?
You can
she would not be an adult. Like she would be definitely like, oh, pudding cup.
Clark Kent! Clark Kent! Yeah! Hold on. You got powers, right?
Dude, you have powers. You know any good fart jokes? Been trying to prank the doctor. Anyways, yes.
Clark, I brought a whoopee cushion.
Yeah, he's Michael Scott. So Lana shows up to the barn. And of course, because she's realizing how dumb her plan was.
Well, and she's like, well, it looks like that you finally are able to get some sleep. You're now looking good. Yeah, I'm just up now studying for that history test that I'm able to make up. All thanks to you, Lana.
Yeah, but my plan was kind of dumb. No, what you did was really brave, Lana. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was not.
Stupid.
Yeah.
It was stupid, you dumb idiot.
I can't wait for best plan of the year because that is easily numero uno for probably all the seasons combined. I know Lana's been whooping ass in the previous episodes, which is why I'm also confused if you're going to show up. Shouldn't you have your spin kick ready?
Yeah, she's done it multiple times now.
Multiple.
She killed a dude. She killed a dude.
A guy with a gun to her head made her then stomp on the toe, elbow in the face. A guy with a needle walking at her, she then goes, needles are the worst.
And what does she do here? She's like, so I visited Sarah. All she could talk about was you. I told her I'd love to switch places with her so I can be inside your head and figure you out.
It's not that exciting, Lana. You know what? It still may be able to explain everything that's going on in between us.
Well, if I actually knew myself, Lana, I would let you know.
Trust me, Lana.
You'd be the first to know, I swear.
If I knew what was going on, you would know too. Like, what are you talking about, Clark? You idiot.
Dude, he's so high. He's the biggest stoner, dude.
You're not studying.
If I knew what was going in my head, bro, you would know. For sure. He is Keanu Reeves and Bill and Ted, bro.
What is going on with this guy? This is now 2 episodes where I'm confused as hell.
Dude, Metropolis weed was killer, man. It did something to him.
I'm gonna go back to this.
He was fried that whole 3 months.
Let's get a bit of a doubt. Maybe Clark is different with all these tests that he had to experience in Metropolis because he is not the same person.
I hope Jarrell gives him an intelligence test. We need an IQ test, bro. You can't be a hero and be dumb.
He's like Peter Griffin, and the cow goes moo. Oh yes, of course.
Dude, we gotta be passing some type of evaluation, dude. Like, come on. Jarrell, you can't be raising a dumb hero here. A dumb savior. Rule them with your strength, not your mind, Clark. Not right now.
Clark, we've been concerned. We have a test for you here. It's just a true or false.
Here's the STAR exam. Sorry, that's the Texas thing.
Yeah,
STAR
Texas
exam.
things.
But just know that's like just an evaluation test for typical high schoolers.
SATs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
let's go back to the scene.
We just showed how Clark is very dumb.
And now they are both staring at each other. Clark is now...
Is that all Lana came here to do?
No, she just walks up and just trying
Like, my first thing, she's just going to leave.
Yes!
It's like, hey, thanks for saving my life. Yeah, Sarah, all she could talk about was you. I wish I was inside your head. You're pretty dumb. Okay.
Hey, and let's actually get to what I've been wanting to talk about, too, is that if Lana comes over here and Lana has taken that history test, wouldn't she then be able to help Clark with that history test?
No, we don't cheat.
All I know is why wouldn't she stay there? She has all the reasons to stay there. She actually is useful, and instead, it's going back to their weird tenderness, awkwardness between them.
Yeah. He's like, and what type of thing is this to say to Lana? You know, Lana, you'll always be the girl next door. What?
Because she was threatened because since Sarah moved in, that means that somebody was replacing the girl next door to her. And she didn't want that. She always wanted to be that to him because a girl next door, you're never insinuating that she's just a friend. A girl next door is insinuating it's the
slut.
It's the girl that you're never going to get, though. That's how I always thought the girl next door.
Because you're too good of friends, like neighbors. Like
you don't want to be friends with her, but yet you're so attracted to her. That's why it also is kind of... It's weird. They're so dumb. Why? Come on. Why?
No, they're so smart, Taylor.
And Clark even telling her, you'll always be that to me. I don't even know if that's a compliment. Why can't she be more than that to you, Clark?
Yeah, I
don't
understand.
You have the choice right now?
It's weird, but so as she's walking out, she's like, so any chance you want to do something this weekend? As friends? Like, just kind of thrown in there.
Just
like
thrown in there.
Yeah, and here we go. And, what do you have in mind? Well, it's been like an oven outside, so I was thinking we could go swimming at Crater Lake.
so he can...
I really don't think skinny dipping is a good idea, Lana.
He's not
And
bothered because there's kryptonite in there.
This shows how high he is.
By the way, he knew it was all a dream.
Yeah.
He knew.
Yeah.
And yet he's still...
He's merging reality and fantasy here.
Yes.
And she's literally dumbfounded. She's like...
She
Who
actually
said
is
skinny dipping, you weirdo?
Yeah, even with her being attracted to him, she's like, okay, that is a little too much and a little inappropriate, Clark.
But I love it. She smiles and she's like, maybe in your dreams, Clark. And he's like, I love this. He's like, that's right. It was in my dream.
You're so mad.
He's the dumbest person. This was purely a filler episode to show us how dumb Clark is.
I love how mad you just got at Clark's
There's a
reaction
deleted
to...
scene that actually confirmed Tom Welling was fully naked in it.
So he was completely naked. And yet we didn't get to see that scene? I'm confused. Why was that deleted? I feel like that would have...
Why was that deleted? Okay.
I feel like that would have been able to connect a lot of the story.
Is that what you wanted?
It would have been able to connect a lot of the story. Maybe with Pete.
Okay.
All I know is, with this episode, I'm so bothered by Lana and Clark and their relationship. At this point, I don't know if Clark should ever deserve to be with Lana, because Lana has given off so many please just pick me vibes, and Clark just ignores it. Because I'm a different person. Even though Clark wants her more than anything. And even with Sarah telling him, granted, with the 5th grade education, you need to be with her, Clark then takes it as, no, I'm cool.
Yeah, you're an idiot. I'm smarter.
Clark still... Everybody has told him this season so far, hey, you should be with Lana. Hey, you should be with Lana.
Even Lana has said, you should be with me.
Nah. I got a lot of things going on. I'm cool.
I'm an alien, low-key, so it's kind of a big problem.
It's just bothering.
Yeah. And just wait, because it's going to keep happening.
He is the worst this season so far. You nominated him last... Sorry to go back to the awards again, but you nominated him last season for Best Villain. He's probably going to win it this year so far.
Maybe.
He's a lead runner.
Actually, yeah, because if I remember right how this season ends, yeah.
Is your argument. You're just a season too early.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed, and I'm upset because last week we had Dan.
That was entertaining. That was an entertaining episode.
I wasn't that entertained. I feel like these 2 episodes had me entertained the same amount. Because at least in the first beginning, 5 minutes, I was scared when that hand grabbed her. I jumped. It's like, ooh, where did that come from?
Disgusting.
What do you mean disgusting?
Yeah, we ended on there for Slumber. Oh, it should have been called Slumber Party.
Slumber.
Yeah. So, thanks again for listening to us this week. We're going to cap it off there on Slumber, because
if it would have been called Slumber Party, that would have been awesome. And if somehow there was a pillow fight in this episode, I would have been all about it. That probably would have added an extra theory that we would have been able to say this is definitely Inception.
Yeah, maybe so. But we'll never do that. So we're done there. Catch us next week for episode 5, Perry, where we get our first special appearance of DC Comics character Perry White.
I can't wait. I'm so excited because Perry is such a great character. Everyone loves Perry.
Yep. We'll see you next week for that one.
Don't see us next week.
Okay.